Who here remembers what Gears of War used to be like? These days the people who play it slave over RNG loot boxes and weapon skins. Get to play with weapons balanced differently between playlists or play tired old TDM matches. Anyone who was around back when Gears was really popular remember that it never used to be like this. Just recently I've been seeing a whole lot of videos about how annoyed fans are with what the Coalition did of Gears 4, and it makes me think back to what Gears used to be like. Think back to the late 2000s when you would come home from school, turn on the Xbox, and play Gears of War all night. You had the same group of people you played with, and you just played. Execution, Annex, Warzone, you had hours of fun. There were no microtransactions, no force push for esports, none of that. You played because you wanted to, because you truly enjoyed it. Hitting that clutch in execution, or landing that sweet ass flying fire Superman. Maybe you recorded for a montage with your as of now hilariously crappy Dazzle DVR. Or maybe you started playing on Gears 2 in 2008, and you put on one of those rolling Annex lobbies that had no time limit that went for hours on end. Where people would always pick Blood Drive and have shotgun battles up top while everyone else messed around down below. When once all of you are warmed up, you take a party of 5 and go play some ranked Guardian or Warzone or Execution. This doesn't exist in Gears 4. Gears of War used to have soul. There used to be a genuine enjoyment to playing it. People used to have genuine appreciation for making videos about it. You can go look at the golden days of gearsopedia, and every single montage all had this feel to it, this soul, that you'll never replicate with Gears 4. Because the people who once made the game, both the players and the developers, are all long gone. All that's left now is an empty husk. You might find some new players who say they enjoy it, but truth be told they don't know of a time when Gears of War was so much better. It's a simple case of blissful ignorance. Gone are the days when you'd be in a lobby against a team and you were more concerned about the hilarious 20 seconds post-game chat with nothing but shit talking than you were for actually winning the match. Gears used to be full of people talking shit. Everyone hated each other, but at the same time we all loved it. It was something that no longer exists on Xbox Live. You'd end a lobby and scream obscenities at the enemy team, and by the very next game, all ill feelings were gone. Sometimes you'd even get a player from the last match on your team. Gears of War had this going on from its launch till about early 2012. After the release of Gears 3, Epic supported the game for a bit, but introduced a whole lot of dumb shit that really ruined what once was. You could no longer play Annex games for hours, since an unavoidable 20-minute timer was pitting. You no longer had classic Guardian, but rather some bastard abomination mix of submission and TDM. Core game modes like Execution and Warzone and Wingman all no longer got played in favour of the FPS mainstay game mode of Team Deathmatch, which removed all strategy from the game. Back in the day you communicate with random people in game chat while you played non-respawn game modes because you had to. Communication was required, that's how everyone knew each other. TDM put a stop to that because you no longer needed to. People no longer made friends like they used to in Gears, and time only increased that issue. After Epic abandoned Gears 3, things really went to shit. Then Gears of War Judgment came out, and honestly, that requires no explanation. The Gears of War fans got nothing after that for years. In 2016, a new studio, the Coalition, released a new Gears game, but it was only a Gears game in name. Gone were all the things that made Gears of War Gears. It continued with all the issues Gears 3 introduced, it kept none of the good things that Gears 3 introduced, and severely nerfed things from Gears that had been around since the start, such as wall bouncing. It didn't launch with Wingman at all. Classic game modes were dead on arrival in favour of TDM yet again. And worst of all, they introduced microtransactions, a cancerous fad that engages with people's uncontrollable gambling addictions to keep them hooked, as opposed to having actual good gameplay to do so. Gears of War will always go down as one of the saddest gaming fall from grace stories, along with Halo. There used to be something special, something nearly indescribable about it. You truly needed to be there to experience it. Tell me in the comments below what memories you had from Gears of War when it used to be real.